scholars, today we're going to work on inserting a chart in Excel. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to highlight the data that you're using. So I'm using the age at inauguration. And then you go to insert, and then they have different things here. So they recommended charts, and you can actually click here to look at all of them. So I actually want to do a box and whisker. So it's all the way down here. And so they gave it to me and it kind of looks funny. So we can actually play with some of the different functions on it. So what we need to do is do a title. So we're looking at the age inauguration. So I double clicked on it and I got this little pop up here. So we can do chart title, age at inauguration. And then you can play with the different font sizes if you want. You can change the font. We can label our horizontal axis. We actually don't need a title on it, so let's just get rid of it because it's the same as that title. Oh, that's a gap width. So I think we just gotta keep that one. We can change the tick marks. So if we want the major inside, outside, something I like to do is I like to change the vertical axis. So our minimum, our ages don't start until 42. So I'm actually gonna change the minimum to be 40. So that it kind of spreads it out and shows it a little bit better. And you can see it just adjusted right here. We still have our median showing up. We can see we actually have an outlier here. That's why it's kind of separate. It calculated that for us. If you want to change how it looks, you can go through and do that. You can change it so you have some minor tick marks if you want them. You can make them go all the way across by changing the major grid lines and the minor grid lines. So you can go through and kind of play with these different formats. If you want to show where the average is, the mean, you can. But now let's do a histogram. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight all of this. And I'm going to go insert. And I'm going to look at my recommended charts. And I'm going to find histogram. So this is just a clustered column, stacked column. We want is this histogram down here. And you can do the same thing where you change the chart title, but the thing I want to really focus on this one are these buckets. So we can change the bins. So if I want the bins to start, let's see, horizontal axis. So our bounds, we have our minimum, our maximum. We can change the categories if we want. We can change the buckets. So if I want it to overflow, all these different options in here that you can play with. So that's just kind of on here. You get the bounds if you want to play with those. If you want to change how they bucketed it, because they kind of bucket it however they want, that's up to you. You can go through and play with all of these different things. So bins, auto, I can change it if I want each one to be 5. So it's going to start at 42, go to 47, so on and so forth. So that's under series 1, changing the bin width, and that's how you can insert a chart.